Hi everybody, this is Marie again. I'm the English language resident at America House. I have another video for you this week, and this time I'm going to be talking about websites and one podcast that can help you with learning English through listening. In another week or so, I will talk specifically about podcasts that are more targeted just for your listening enjoyment. But this week we'll be talking about websites and one podcast to help you improve your English language listening, and I hope you enjoy them. Okay, so the first website I have for you is actually really popular with English teachers. It's been around for a long time, but it's great. It's called Randall's ESL Cyber Listening Lab. But the actual URL is ESL-lab.com. 100% for free, as everything should be. And it has a ton of materials here for you. Now, I'm not sure how well this would work in a cell phone browser or if they have an app. I've only ever used it on my laptop, but I really enjoy it. I've actually used this website for years with students, even in the United States. So you can start off by just taking a look at materials that are organized by proficiency level. And then if you continue scrolling, they have more specific targeted listening materials, such as for academic purposes or learning about culture. We can take a look at the materials for academic purposes. And they have some really interesting stuff going on here. Earlier I took a look at the materials about exotic animal kingdom, and what you'll find whenever you click on a specific listening exercise, you will find a variety of different pre-listening exercises. They will point out some vocabulary or phrases that might be new to you. They have the listening exercise. It's pretty low tech, so it's not a video. It's really just listening. And then it's always followed by a quiz. And then some post-listening exercises that you could talk about with some friends if you're busy learning together, maybe over Zoom, or you could just think about for yourself. You could follow up with a journal entry. So this is very targeted towards language learning, but they have lots of materials here. If you are an English teacher, I highly recommend this, but even for students or people looking just to maintain their English language proficiency while they're stuck at home, this would be a really good resource for you. So it's called ESL-lab.com. Very good website. The next one I have for you is actually using videos with follow-on quizzes as well. And what they do, it's called ESLvideo.com, is they pull out YouTube videos and clips from various movies, the news, for example, or TV shows. They break it down into small bits and pieces, and then you can actually watch those clips and answer questions. So I know Friends is a really popular show here in Ukraine. I'll admit I never, I've seen it many times, but I've never watched it, very diligently. But what you'll find here, for example, is they'll have the episode split into 3 different clips, and they don't slow it down. It's the same speed that you would find, on regular American TV. You can watch the clip and then you answer the quiz afterwards, and there's also a transcript if you want to take a look at it, and the videos are pretty good quality. You can take a look here.
All right, so I'm back in high school. I'm standing in the middle of the cafeteria, and I realize I am totally naked.
Oh, yeah.
I've had
Then I look down and I realize there is a phone there.
Instead of...
That's right.
Never had that.
So pretty funny story that he's telling, and if you were wondering what the answer to the first question is here, what is Chandler talking about? The answer would be a strange dream. After the quiz, you can continue down and do a gap fill exercise, for example, that includes vocabulary from the scene. And again, for teachers, this is a really cool resource because they have a downloadable and printable lesson plan for you if you wanted to use this in class. Even, in an online class, this could be doable. So yeah, this one again, very targeted towards basic language learning, would really be useful for you to maintain your language while you're stuck inside. We're already all watching, lots of videos, so maybe we can make, a good learning activity out of just sitting around watching videos all day. And the next two I have for you are also really similar. One's from the BBC. It's BBC Learning English. And again, they use a lot of videos in their lessons, but it's constantly updated and it's very contemporary topics. So I think this is also really useful. You may be more familiar with American accents, so watching the BBC might be helpful to expose yourself to different English accents. So I liked this video here. It's called 6-Minute English, and it talks about having a bucket list and should we have a bucket list. Of course, they identify specific words and phrases that might be new for the listeners or watchers that you can take a look at. They have the transcript available as well. So this, like the others, is 100% for free. They have a section for children. I haven't taken a look at it yet. Let's see what's there. So, if you're at home with your kids, again, this might be something that you could use to supplement their school right now, since all of them are having to be at home. Of course, you'd want to guide your child with these stories. You can't just let them sit and watch. You'll watch it with them and then talk about the questions with your child. But if you're really, looking for some way to, continue to help your child practice or just be exposed to the English language, this would be a good option for them. So this is called BBC Learning English. The next one I have for you is our American version of that, so Voice of America Learning English. Also an amazing website, lots of different resources here. And they have everything separated first into either radio or TV. And then you can take a look. So I'm in the radio section now, and they have stories, on different topics, and they have everything organized by topic. So we can take a look at science and technology, for example. They have a plethora of materials available here. So, it really depends on what your interest is, but you can find lots of different resources here. So here's the radio program. We have the transcript. We have the vocabulary. Okay. So again, for people or teachers who are looking to maintain their English language level, this is very helpful. They also have different proficiency levels here at the top. So it really just depends on you. You can kind of play with the different options here, but there's a lot of materials here. Under the video programs, I would encourage you to take a look at English in a Minute. These are obviously very short, so these are minute-long videos. And they focus on colloquialisms, idioms, other phrases that are something that you would encounter among American, English native speakers, and maybe be unsure what it means. So, for example, let's take a look at this video about the phrase to get up to speed.
Welcome to English in a Minute. Speed is how fast something moves. Maybe this expression has something to do with car racing. Jonathan, did you get a dog?
No, I'm just watching Ashley's dog this weekend, so I'm getting up to speed on basic dog care.
So what's great here is they, give you the phrase. They talk about some of the meaning in the root words or of the individual words that make up the phrase. And then they give it to you in context, and then we can learn what it means. So to get up to speed is to learn about something new very quickly. So under Voice of America Learning English, you'll go to the video section and then look for English in a Minute. These are really great videos focusing on just those small chunks of language that you would more than likely not be familiar with. And again, under video programs, they have another long list of materials here. So for both language learners and teachers, I think you'll find these really, really useful. Okay, I have a couple more for you. So next is another just very basic website called 5minuteenglish.com. And here they have a very, very long list of English listening lessons. And these all kind of are centered around a story. Like all of the others, they give you a transcript. You have a follow-on quiz. So again, you have lots of different options. And I think, so for example, here is the listening. You might, be interested in other language skills like grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, or slang. So they have those available here at 5 Minute English. The last one I will show you is called All Ears English. It's actually a podcast, okay? So what you can do is in your Android phone or iPhone, you can go to the podcast app, search All Ears English, and you can actually download this on your device. I just pulled it up in the browser for simplicity's sake. What I like about this podcast is the episodes are quite short, and I really like the two presenters. I think they have a nice pace, the speed in which they talk. It's not too slow, it's not too fast. They come out with episodes almost every single day, as you can see. So there's always new content for you. Again, it's 100% for free. And I think they have a lot of really cool topics that they talk about. Again, this is a podcast designed to help you learn English. There are lots of other podcasts out there that are more for entertainment, and I'm going to be talking about those in another video. But I wanted to go ahead and tell you about this podcast for those of you who are learning English, or looking to learn more than you are to necessarily be entertained. I really like this podcast. Again, I like the short episodes. I like the, cadence at which they speak. And I think the topics are really great. And there's new ones every single day. So I think, you will, never want for more content when it comes to this program. So, those are my programs for you in this video. So we talked about ESL Lab, ESL Video, BBC Learning English, Voice of America Learning English, 5-Minute English, and All Ears English podcast. Okay, everybody, so that was my review for you of 5 websites and 1 podcast to help you improve your English language listening. I hope you enjoy that. I hope you find them useful, and join me next time when I talk about some podcasts for you as well.